Hi, welcome back to Shari Barta Wellness. Today we are doing, this is one of the bonus classes. It's about myofascial release. We're going to do very core-centered myofascial release. You've heard me talk a lot about getting the ribs connected down to the pelvis, having everything in alignment. That's what this whole section is really about. Sometimes our tissue is just too tight. We've gotten trauma from having babies or falls or postural places we go in our day-to-day life. And if we don't open it, we're fighting that uphill battle. So this class is all about opening that up. It's going to take about 45 minutes, and I'm hoping you feel fabulous afterwards. This is my new favorite way to meditate. So all you need is a mat. I have actually an extra yoga mat or a blanket. So if you have one of those, it would be great. It's going to help just get you into some positions. So if you're going to be using a blanket, I have just a traditional yoga blanket here. Even a towel will work, a large bath towel. I want you to take it, and so you're going to hold it out, and then I want you to roll it into a tube, okay? I personally love using a blanket or a towel because it's just a little bit softer. The yoga mat has a good give as well, so that's a great one. Please don't use a foam roller. They're very hard, and it's going to intensify this so that you can't breathe into it. There's a couple tricks to this that I want to say right before we start. You're going to be holding positions for about 2 to 5 minutes. While you're holding them, I want you to deep breathe. I want you to really work on relaxing. The deeper you can take that breath in and relax and let your body be the boss and move, the more you're going to get out of this. So I'm going to put the mat down. I just want that for demo. I'm going to use my blanket. So how we're going to start laying down. So lay all the way down onto your back. Take your yoga mat, towel, blanket, whatever you chose, and you're going to slide it underneath your pelvis. So now so just my butt is popped upwards. I want you to take your left leg and take it long. You're going to take your right leg, pull it up into you. You can go on the top of your knee or underneath, whatever is most comfortable, and just pull inwards and breathe. This move is focusing on opening up our pelvis and taking out a little bit of a twist that usually happens with driving, standing, sitting, just day-to-day life. Statistics show that 95% of people have a tilt on one side anteriorly and the other posterior. So it's just going to help balance everything out. Keep breathing into that. The deeper your breaths go, they help to open everything up. I have no music on today, but pause, throw on some really chill music. I love doing this to yoga music. It just helps me get a little bit more meditative into it. So I would definitely throw on some of your favorite tunes while you do this. Check into your body, see where you're feeling it. Is your body telling you that it wants to move? If it does, let that happen. Really let your body be your boss, not your brain, which is such a different thing for us. Keep breathing. We're going to hold for 1 more minute. Keep deep breathing into it. Notice if that stretch has shifted and you're feeling a little bit of tension someplace else. Send your breath there. Allow that to happen. Perfect. We're going to slowly release that leg and unwind. Go ahead and bend your left leg up a little. Bring your right down so that you're back into that just bridged, elevated pose. You're going to take your left leg and pull that one up now and take your right one long. Same position. So whether your hands are on top of your knee or underneath your knee, really think about reaching through that right leg and finding that extension. Keep deep breathing into it. Your body loosens a little. Go ahead and pull it a little bit more in. But be careful, don't force this. When I go into my position, I focus on going to the place of that I just start to feel tension and I hold. That way my body can relax into it. If you force this and pull too hard, your body will start to grip around it and you're not going to get as much out of it. So have some patience and allow it to open at its pace. Because we're opening on a fascial level here. It's not a forced muscle tissue stretch. The cool thing is this patience pays off when you can maintain these holds and things release. There's long-standing changes to it, which is really cool. I hope you get excited about it as much as I am. Keep the tension, keep breathing. Just move with your body as it wants to move. And if you need to readjust your hands, it's okay. Sometimes that helps. Okay? So the goal is just to keep that same tension though. One more minute. Keep those deep breaths going. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to slowly back off on the left. Slide your right up and actually bring it up with you. Now, you're going to pull both into your chest. If you notice, the towel or roll is popping your butt up. So you're going to get a little bit of a tipping into your low back. This really helps release that low back. You can feel it going all the way up into your neck, in between your shoulder blades. So just pull your knees in and try to deep breathe as best as you can in this ball position. I'm going to stay here again for about 3 minutes. Again, hands can start underneath the knees or you can bring them up over your knees and tug down a little bit that way. See what feels best for your body. Again, if your body shifts a little, let it happen. If you suddenly feel tension someplace else in your body, focus on breathing into it. Don't get alarmed. Our fascia is connected head to toe, so it's not uncommon to feel it kind of someplace you wouldn't expect. That just means that you're getting deep in there and that tissue is changing, which is amazing. Perfect. We have 1 more minute to go. Like I said, everything here is slow moving. We're allowing our tissue to just open and find. When it gets opened, it gets rehydrated, and that's how we can maintain and find long lasting change. Perfect. We're going to slowly release those knees. Slowly bring them down. Now we're going to keep this in the same place, and you're going to take yourself longer. So now I'm reaching those heels downwards, and my hands are going up. When I'm in this position, I like to imagine I have two energy lines, and I'm trying to stretch through my feet and through my head to just open that front line of my body up. Nice deep breath. Close your eyes. Really feel and focus on where it feels tight. Send your energy there. Send your breath. Give your body permission to release and loosen. If you want to lengthen this, bring your arms in and take them up overhead. And you're taking that fascial line and making it a little longer. So now you're reaching through your head and your fingertips and your feet, and feel everything in the middle start to open. Use that breath to really think about expanding that core. Nice, deep 360-degree inhale, exhale, everything pull in and lengthen. One more minute here. Check into your body, go through a little scan. Where's your tightness? Take your breath and send it there. See if you can get it to release. One more deep breath. Beautiful. We're going to start to slowly unwind. So I'm going to have you slide one knee up, slide your other knee up, bring those arms down. I'm going to have you bridge up, push that out from underneath your butt, and actually take your blanket out and just put it onto the floor. We're going to move into the twist. So on the twist, I want you to make sure you have enough space above you as well. You're going to have your knees bent. You're going to bring them together. You can stack them or have them a little bit slightly open from each other. And you're going to rotate to one side. So I'm going to rotate my knees over to the left. I like mine personally stacked. So I stack that right leg on top. And I'm going to take my right arm and I'm going to reach it. You can reach it either out to the side or up diagonally. That diagonal line is going to give the most stretch. But if it is uncomfortable, like I can feel this in my ribs right now, I'm going to back off a little. And that's going to actually allow me to open up. My goal is going to be to get my arm all the way up to that 45 diagonal line, but I might need to hang out here for a couple minutes. So we're going to be here for 3. So just go to that place that you can tolerate, that you can feel things being stretched and open, but you're not forcing it. Because when we force, we contract muscles around it, we protect it, we guard, and you're not going to get as much out of it. So just hang out in this position, take a couple of deep breaths. Head just stays up, looking towards the ceiling. Deep breath for me. Exhale. Give me 2 more deep breaths, and then we'll see if we can work in here a little bit more. One more. Slowly raising that arm up to that 45-degree diagonal place. Now it's not going into my ribs, so my body's ready to be here. So again, let your body be the boss. That's how you're going to get the most out of this method. Perfect. So now hang out here, sending some energy out that hand so you're stretching it open, and take a couple more deep breaths. Focus on those ribs expanding with that breath. One more. Awesome. Now, can you take that like long? So it can either be down into a line here, like so I'm a little bit lower, kind of resting it almost over my ankle, or you can take it up and over and find a lot more twists. Again, let your body tell you. My body is telling me today, this is where I need to be. So I'm going to be here. And then another day may tell me I need to twist more and send it out long this way. Again, listen to your body. Some days you're going to tell me, please don't extend, and I'll come back to this bent place. So let your body tell you what you need at that moment. Don't force it to happen. The length of the leg actually helps you just make that tension a little bit longer, get a little bit more of that fascial stretch. So, but if your body's not ready for it, don't force it. We're going to stay here for another minute, just deep breathing. We were just slowly taking that tissue and getting it longer and longer. Keep deep breathing. You might be feeling a little tingling in your hand. That is absolutely normal. Don't freak out. Your nerves are in your armpits and they're slowly opening up a little bit. Once we come out of this position, that tingling will go away. But we are opening up all those nerves, which is actually healthy and great for your arms. We're helping ourselves here, not hurting ourselves. Two more deep breaths. Perfect. We're going to slowly start to unwind. So pull your knee back, slowly slide your arm down, and roll yourself back to center. So we're actually going to roll to the other side. You might notice that the two sides are different. I sure can. So I rolled right into the position I wanted on this side. So it's interesting how our bodies are affected differently on both. So I didn't have to work as hard to get here, but I'm going to take a couple deep breaths before I add that leg piece in. My leg doesn't want to stay in position, so I'm going to readjust. Again, meet your body where you're at. Don't force it. Don't be afraid to adjust things if you need to. The goal of this is really to feel amazing. Sometimes it's a little uncomfortable because of the stretching, but that stretching is going to help open and help you find some balance just to help you function optimally. Beautiful. Take that leg and take it longer to increase your twist. Those top leg that is lengthening over, your bottom leg stays the same. And just deepens the length and stretch there. You're going to stay here for another minute, just deep breathing. Give me 3 more deep breaths before we start to unravel. Okay, 1 more deep breath. Exhale. Slowly bring your knee in, slowly bring your arm down, rotate yourself back. Slowly bring yourself up to sitting. We are going to grab our blankets again, and we're going to bring them down and put them perpendicular to us, actually. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to lay down. I want this towel to be at your waistline. So you're going to bring yourself down onto your side, leaning over that blanket. Your arm is going to go straight overhead. If it feels like it's too much pressure that you're just wanting to pull away, adjust it, make it smaller. Sometimes I'll fold it in thirds. Take this arm, reach it up overhead towards your other hand, and take your top leg long. Now we're going to just open up the sides of our body. Deep breath in, exhale. Breathe in again. And exhale. I'm going to stay here again, 2 to 3 minutes. We're really focusing on finding length along the side of our body. I like to imagine that this hip area is my center, and I have an energy going out my foot in that length, and I have an energy going out my hand coming up this way. And I'm pulling myself, imagining I'm growing 5 inches, so I'm not so short. I love the feeling of my ribs expanding as I breathe. Deep breath in and exhale. You can, if you want to increase the stretch in your arm, you can take your left hand or your bottom hand and wrap it around your top wrist and just give a little tug. You're going to get a little bit more release through that armpit. I like to close my eyes, focus on my body, have a mental kind of check of or scan of what's tense and so forth. What does my body feel like it needs? Don't be afraid to move with your body. If it wants to move and open, let that happen. Deep breaths. I'm not sure where you're feeling this, but I can feel it in my hip. I feel like my hip is just getting more open and longer. You feel my leg shaking a little bit. But that may be different for you. Check into what you're feeling. And it's pretty, I think it's so interesting to just feel where your body's at and what's happening. Let's deep breath. I'm going to have you slowly pull that leg back in. Bring your arm down. Slowly slide yourself up. And you're going to go over to the other side. So I'm going to scoot down and go this way. So same idea. Waistline. Arm goes up overhead. Make sure you're in that waist. Adjust yourself how you need to. Bottom. Start with your knees bent. Bring your arm up overhead. And take that leg. Top leg goes long and rest onto the mat. And deep breath. Keep breathing. Keep stretching. Find that length. Feels so good. One more deep breath. Beautiful. I'm going to adjust my tension on my arm a little. Remember, let your body be the boss. If your body's saying, I don't love that, adjust it. As you're going, if your body wants to move, sometimes your body likes to roll open. Let it happen. Let your body be the boss. That tissue is just releasing in a slightly different way, and I want you to give it permission to do that. We're going to stay here for another minute. Beautiful. Keep those breaths coming. Give me 2 more deep breaths. Full expansion. Last one. And exhale. Beautiful. Slowly start to unwind. So leg comes in, arm comes down. Slowly work yourself up to sitting. Move slow, deep breaths. It's normal to feel a little wobbly. Perfect. Thank you for joining me today. Feel free to use this routine as little or as much as you want. You can do it a couple times a week. You can do it once a week. I personally love to use it at night. I find it very meditative and I find that I sleep better. So, a couple added benefits. It's here for you to help with this journey and it should help finding neutral happen a little easier. Till next time, live long and strong. Bye now.